Hello there you guys, welcome to one of my videos. Barcelona reject Man United's improved 56 million offer for Frenkie de Jong. Barcelona are looking to recoup the 65 million they paid for him. That's according to reports in Spain. Barcelona feel there is no way back in Man United's pursuit of Frenkie de Jong. Not so long ago, it said Man United were confident that Barcelona would lower their asking price for Frenkie de Jong. At one point, Man United and Barcelona were 17 million apart in their valuations for de Jong. Erik ten Hag wants a reunion with the player. De Jong is a versatile midfielder. He's been at Barcelona since 2019, so he's been at Barcelona for around 3 years or so. He's under contract with Barcelona until 2026. Barcelona did get him from Ajax. Like I mentioned, they paid around £65 million. Now, I want to give you some more news on Christian Eriksen. So, Christian Eriksen is choosing between Manchester United and Brentford. Sky Sports have said that both clubs have made offers for Eriksen. Manchester United are in pole position to sign Christian Eriksen on a free transfer. Not so long ago it said Man United hoped to persuade Denmark midfielder Christian Eriksen to join before the new season. Man United have already made initial contact with Christian Eriksen's representatives. It initially said that Christian Eriksen wanted to remain in London. The other week, Man United sent scouts to watch Christian Eriksen in action. Eriksen's contract at Brentford expires at the end of this month. Eriksen joined Brentford back in January when he officially signed a 6-month contract. Brentford got him from Inter Milan before Eriksen played for Tottenham. He was a long-serving player at Tottenham and he made over 300 appearances, and when he was a lot younger he played for Ajax. Revert back to Euro 2021, Christian Eriksen collapsed. He suffered a cardiac arrest. Do you think Christian Eriksen would be a good signing for Manchester United? Man United are also linked with Antony. Sky Sports have mentioned that Manchester United must pay 69 million to land Ajax forward Antony. At the first, Ajax were demanding 50 million. Antony is desperate to join Manchester United. Earlier on this week, Man United officials arrived in Amsterdam. Antony's been at Ajax since 2020. Ajax did get him on a 5-year deal for an initial 13 million, could rise to 18.2 million. And yeah, Anthony is a winger. But in general, there's a lot of players that Erik ten Hag wants to recommend to the club. His transfer budget has already been revealed. On the other side of things, Ten Hag is going to get rid of a lot of players. As you all know, players have left Man United on free transfers. Juan Mata left the club on a free transfer. Juan Mata endured 8 years at Manchester United, so reflecting on that, he was a long-serving player. Man United did get Mata from Chelsea back in 2014, brought him in under the David Moyes era. Most of the time, Mata was classified as a squad player because he didn't get in the team that much. But he had a good career at Man United. Earlier on this year, Edinson Cavani left the club. Cavani did lose his place in the Man United team when Ronaldo re-signed last year. Cavani had good games when he was a United player. He had injuries as well. Man United did get him on a free transfer from PSG back in the summer of 2020. Earlier on this year, Man United confirmed that Jesse Lingard will be leaving the club. Lingard was part of the club for a long time, risen up our academy in that, but he was classified as a squad player because he didn't get in the team much. At one point, Lingard endured a 4-month loan spell with West Ham and he made an impact. Not so long ago, Nemanja Matic left Man United. Roma announced the signing of Matic on a 1-year contract. Matic is now reuniting with Jose Mourinho. Matic was not one of Man United's first choice midfielders, but despite that he did still get his opportunities. Matic was at Man United for around 5 years. Man United got him from Chelsea back in 2017 in a deal worth 40 million. Paul Pogba, he's obviously left on a free transfer. Eric Bailly and Axel Tuanzebe are leaving the club. Eric Bailly was a good centre-half for Manchester United. But, you know, he didn't get in the team much and he was injury prone. Bailly was at Manchester United for around 5.5 years. Back in April last year, he did sign a contract with Man United till 2024. Man United got him from Villarreal back in 2016 for 30 million. Brought him in under Jose Mourinho. It was actually Jose Mourinho's first signing when he was the Man United manager. As for Tuanzebe, last season he was out on loan with Aston Villa. He's had like 3 loan spells with Aston Villa. So there you go. And more players are going to be leaving. Alex Telles, I think he'll leave the club. He'll either leave this year or he'll leave next year. Telles has been poor now for the last few months. He had his good games under Rangnick, to be fair. Well, he appeared to be our first choice left back under Rangnick. That's only because Luke Shaw wasn't available. Man United did get Telles from Porto back in 2020. Phil Jones, he's on his way out of the club as well. I reckon he'll leave this year. Jones' contract at Man United expires next year. Jones is not one of our first choice centre-halves, he's a backup. He's made like 3 or 4 Premier League appearances since January 2020. One point, Jones was out with a knee injury for a while. Jones has endured like 11 years at Man United, so he has been a long-serving player. He's been with us since the Ferguson era. Man United did get him from Blackburn. Aaron Wan-Bissaka, he's also on his way out of the club. He said Crystal Palace are interested in signing Aaron Wan-Bissaka on loan. Well, Aaron Wan-Bissaka was at Crystal Palace before he came to Manchester United. Aaron Wan-Bissaka was not our first choice right back under Ralph Rangnick. Diego Dalot was. Bissaka, you know, he's good defensively most of the time, but the attacking side of his game is not so good. There's aspects of Aaron Wan-Bissaka's game that have to improve. Not only his attacking, his positioning's got to improve. Maybe his crossing's got to improve a bit more. Bissaka's endured 3 full seasons at Man United. Man United got him from Crystal Palace back in the summer of 2019. Man United got him in a deal worth 50 million. Dean Henderson, he's on his way out of the club. Dean Henderson is Man United's second choice goalkeeper. So he don't get in goal much. Last season made just 3 appearances. Now the last time I read up regarding Dean Henderson, it said Dean Henderson's move from Man United to Nottingham Forest was at an advanced stage, and it said Nottingham Forest were close to agreeing a deal for Dean Henderson. It said the deal was a loan with an option to buy for around 20 million. Newcastle have also been in for Dean Henderson. Not so long ago, Lee Grant retired. I'm hearing now Cristiano Ronaldo is ready to quit Manchester United over their lack of progress with transfers. Bayern Munich are said to be interested if Robert Lewandowski leaves. Ronaldo's contract at Manchester United expires next year. There's an option to extend for a further year. Ronaldo earns £480,000 a week, so reflecting on that, is the highest earner at Man United. Man United did re-sign Ronaldo last year from Juventus. Since Ronaldo re-signed, he's got 18 goals in the Premier League. He has 24 goals in all competitions. He's got a good pedigree as a player, Ronaldo. He's won over 30 trophies in his playing career, including 5 Ballon d'Ors. Not so long ago, he won the Goal of the Season award and he got named Sir Matt Busby Player of the Year. Man United are looking to get rid of Anthony Martial to raise funds. Last season, Martial was out on loan with Sevilla. Man United got Martial from Monaco back in 2015. At the time Man United got him, he was the most expensive teenager. Man United did pay around 36 million. I think it mentioned that rises up to around 58 million. Martial's got a contract with Man United until 2024. The best season Martial enjoyed at United was his debut season under Louis van Gaal. And next year, like I say, players will leave Man United. Erik ten Hag is aware that he's got a massive task ahead of him. and he's aware that he must exceed expectations, because if he fails to exceed expectations, Ten Hag, there's a good chance he will get sacked or he'll end up leaving. Let me put into the equation, none of this squad is Ten Hag's at this moment in time. He's inheriting players who other managers have brought in. Just like Rangnick, none of this squad was in, he was inheriting players that other managers have brought in. But I've got a lot of faith in Ten Hag. He is a good manager. You've got to give him credit for what he did at Ajax. At Ajax, he won Eredivisie titles. He won Dutch Cups. Revert back to 2019, he got Ajax to the Champions League semi-finals and he developed the young players well. Ten Hag was the Ajax manager for around 5 years. But this is the first ever time that Ten Hag is managing in the Premier League. And the Premier League is totally different to the Dutch League. Earlier on this year, it got officially announced that Ten Hag got appointed in as the new manager of Man United. He did replace Ralf Rangnick. When Ten Hag got appointed in, he signed a 3-year contract with an option to extend for a further year. Ten Hag is Man United's 5th permanent manager since Ferguson. Don't forget, Ten Hag attended Man United's final game against Crystal Palace at the end of last season. Steve McLaren and Michel van der Gaag are working alongside Ten Hag at Man United. Earlier on this year, Ralf Rangnick left Man United. So obviously, reflecting on that, said he wouldn't take up the consultancy role at Man United at first. He was going to be taking the consultancy role. Earlier on this year, Ralf Rangnick got appointed in as the new head coach of Austria. Rangnick signed a 2-year deal. Rangnick was Man United's interim manager for around 5 months. He only enjoyed one transfer window as Man United's interim manager, and unfortunately didn't get backed in this year's January transfer window. Give Rangnick credit, because when he was the interim manager, he did make changes, because he did recommend Ewan Sharpin as an assistant coach and analyst. He also recommended Chris Armisen as an assistant coach, and he recommended Saz Chalenzin as a sports psychologist. And before, Ralf Rangnick was the head of sports and development at Lokomotiv Moscow. Like I updated you yesterday, Man United and Chelsea both want to hire Michael Edwards. Michael Edwards is the former Liverpool sporting director. Michael Edwards spent over 10 years at Liverpool. He brought Sadio Mane, Mohamed Salah and Virgil van Dijk and that to Anfield. Before, Michael Edwards has worked at Tottenham and Portsmouth. By the way, Michael Edwards rejected Chelsea. Man United are looking to get Michael Edwards in to replace Matt Judge, because was it earlier on this year Matt Judge left. Richard Arnold last weekend spoke to Man United fans at his local pub in order to stop protests against the Glazers outside of his house. I've already told you some of the things he mentioned. He obviously mentioned Man United's pursuit of Frenkie de Jong. He mentioned that money has been burnt away. He said last season was a nightmare. And he said there's money there to spend for Man United this summer. Richard Arnold came to Man United in February. He replaced Ed Woodward. The Glazers, they've been one of the biggest issues at the club for a long time. And, you know, a lot of United fans have protested against the Glazers. And I said initially that the protesting would persist until the Glazers are out of the club. The Glazers have owned Manchester United for around 17 years. They bought the club for 500 million back in 2005. 5 managers have gone since Ferguson. Obviously Manchester United sacked David Moyes after 10 months. Man United finished 7th under the David Moyes era. And then we had Louis van Gaal for around 2 years, and then Man United sacked him. Man United did win the FA Cup under Louis van Gaal, and then Man United had Jose Mourinho. Man United sacked him after 2.5 years. Mourinho did enjoy one good season at Man United because he won 3 trophies in his first season. That was the Europa League, the EFL Cup and the Community Shield. But the reasons it didn't work out under Mourinho is because he had bad disputes with the board and bad disputes with the top players. In November last year, Manchester United sacked Ole Gunnar Solskjaer after almost 3 years in charge. And earlier on this year, Ralf Rangnick left. Last season, Man United enjoyed their worst ever Premier League season in terms of points. Man United finished on just 58 points last season. Last season, Man United finished 6th. Man United are still in the Europa League for the upcoming season. As things stand, Man United have not won a trophy for 5 years. The last time Man United won the Premier League was back in 2013. That's almost 10 years ago now. Manchester United are not going to be the same team as the one under Ferguson, so in that aspect we've got to accept that. You know, Alex Ferguson was the greatest manager of all time. When he was the Man United manager, Ferguson, he won 30 odd trophies including 13 Premier League titles, so reflecting on that he brought success to the club. But Ferguson didn't settle in straight away because he didn't win out in his first 4 years at Man United. Alex Ferguson was the Manchester United manager for around 26 years, so reflecting on that, he was a long-serving manager. Ferguson didn't settle in straight away though. Sorry, I've already said that. Alex Ferguson retired almost 10 years ago now. So anyway guys, that's everything to update you with. Drop your comments, likes below on the channel if you do consider subscribe as always, and take care. God bless. See you all again very soon.